All right. It's nice and windy out here. Really good weather. You feel me? Ain't too humid. You come out in a t-shirt. It's that spring, it's that late spring, early summer weather I be liking, man. All right. Early spring be a little bit too nippy sometimes. Gotta throw the hoodie on. Gotta throw the long sleeve joint on. The middle of the summer be too, Leo season, you be that late Cancer summer and that early Leo summer be something else, family. All right. Hope you got air conditioner this year. But anyways, today's topic, guys. I'm going to open this one up by saying, family, let me tell y'all something. Everything that we must all understand is that our value is not meant to be kept to ourselves. Our value is not meant to be kept to ourselves. Anything you do well, your talents, your gifts, creative attributes, things that could be of use to others, things that you could teach others, things that you do at an above average level, naturally. You ain't worked for this. You barely crafted this skill. This is just 1, 2, 3, right? Do it in your sleep. All right, you know it like the back of your hand. So many of us are blocking stagnating opportunities and different type of manifestations in our life because in some type of way we're keeping our value to ourselves, or we rather participate in giving value to somebody else's business, form of stability, security, dream, aspiration. And there's nothing wrong at all with supporting someone else's vision, supporting someone else's dream, right? Being a part of that experience in someone else's life, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to a point where you naturally disregard and suppress the things that intuitively, deep down in your heart, there may be a chance that working with this gifting that I'm good with, that this talent, deep down in my heart, somewhere in the crevices of that heart chakra, I know something can manifest out of me utilizing this thing that I have, that I believe I'm good with at. Okay? So, if you want to learn how to make money in this physical realm, if you really want to learn to make money, generate finances, stability, and security through spirit, through nature, all right? Through nature. I could book a career reading and get with a good brother, all right? Check the testimonials. But put astrology to a side as of right now. If you simply just want to improve and create opportunities for yourself in this physical reality to make money and gain stability and security, right? Or see expansion in these spaces, how much can you give? How much of your value can you give? How much can you give in general? And this is why dominant Taurus placements, all right? This is why Taurus is the money sign. This is why dominant Taurus placements have high earning potential. That second house space dealing with our values, our value system, what we see in ourselves, what different occurrences manifested in our life for us to even have the thought that we might be good at something. Because something has to happen. You express something, you display your talent, your family member said you're good at it. People at school said you're good at it. You realized other people that do what you just did, you're better than them and they've been doing it for a while and you just got into it. Like all these different experiences manifest in our life for us. God in the universe will never let us down in the perspective of not creating opportunities for us to realize things about self. We got to meet God though. So we got to make sure whatever system we have when it comes into building that relationship with the subconscious and our self-awareness to understand these things, that's our part. But God and the universe, they will place us in opportunities for us to be like, you can't, when we get to the pearly gates, we cannot be like, for real, I ain't know I could sing. I ain't know I could have did that. I ain't know I couldn't. We can't hit God with none of that. He's like, nope. I had your auntie tell you, your children tell you. You remember when you got first place in that talent show? Remember when you was valedictorian? Remember when you was getting awards in that area? Remember when your coworkers was telling you to do this, that, and the third? Remember that time your back was against the wall and you was down and out, you was asked out, you was asking me for a whole bunch of different things, and you started thinking and feeling maybe I should use this talent, gift, and creative attribute or in some type of shape or form? Remember when you was in a certain space and you were stable, you were content, but you wanted a lifestyle change and you felt like there was more? And you had that feeling, a thought of maybe if I experiment with this, that, and the third, I can make a different transition, shift my lifestyle in a different type of way, and continue to realize I'm the master conductor of this experience, realize that I'm the composer of this experience. We don't have to stay locked into anything in this experience. Now, that's not to underestimate the value and commitment. All right, so relax before some of y'all start jumping out of your relationships, running out the house right now. All right, but no, Boro told me to. Boro told me to get the divorce. No, I didn't, sister. No, I didn't. All right, but you get what I'm saying, guys? You get what I'm saying? How much of your value can you give? How much can you give in general? And when we look back at Taurus, this is why Taurus gives so much. This is why Taurus gives so much right here. This is why Taurus gives so much. Because their natural archetype with the second house influence and this natural intuitive magnetism that these Taurus dominants have, being connected to this earth realm, right? The earth having influences of Taurus energy, Gaia. This may be, some Taurus placements may be more aware it is, some may not. But to a degree, intuitively, all of them kind of understand they kind of receiving, you kind of got to give to receive. Like Taurus is a placement that you really don't got to teach them the energy behind that science. Nothing is, do you know how hard it is to attract and manifest with a scarcity attitude or mentality? You know how hard it is to manifest with a scarcity mentality, a lack mentality, what I don't have mentality. All right. So, Taurus is going to naturally have that type of science here with this second house like archetype. And when we're talking about the second house dealing with our values, right? What we feel like we have, what we possess, what we're worth, our usefulness. Okay. This correlates into why Taurus give a lot, because to them, even if a Taurus placement is not working on something dealing with their value, a creative attribute, or gift talent, they naturally can manifest stability in their life by their ability to give, because they see value in giving. So this is why I said put astrology to a side. How much can you give? And when we talk about what am I going to give, Boro, that's the whole question. And you can't underestimate how you answer that question, because some of y'all going to answer that question, and the very thing it is you need to be experimenting with, the very thing it is that is your value, your worth, that can inspire, motivate, teach, encourage others, change other people's lives, help others, service others in some type of shape or form, you're going to look at that and you're going to downplay it for whatever reason. You feel like other people's doing it for whatever reason. So the more we decide to keep our value to ourselves, the more we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot when it comes into earning potential. When it comes into manifesting more abundant, prosperous environments in our life. We don't want to have prosperous, abundant moments. We want to be in our abundant, prosperous frequency vibration, my lifestyle. I give because I know I'm going to receive. I give not caring about receiving at this point or in general. I give because that's a godlike deed. I give because that's high frequency like actions and behavior. All right, guys. So if we could find out what we could give, if you could find out what it is you're holding on to a little bit too tight or for too long, and start to give yourself a chance to see what could happen if you throw your value out into the world. That's where your money is at. The more you learn to throw your value out into the world. Okay? So shout out to all my Taurus placements. Okay? Because I done been around Taurus placements and it made me look at myself like, I got to learn how to give more. I got to learn how to give more. And I'm an earth placement. I'm an earth placement. So, you know, I'll just pick up on things like that. So, yeah, guys, even when we come back to the word value, this can really expand beyond money and finances. But I really just wanted to make that correlation towards Taurus giving value, money. And, you know, when we look at, I just gave the weather some compliments. Now it's getting a little nippy. All right. So when we look at the word value, we could take this into the relationship, in our relationship department. We could take this into our relationship department. A lot of us are dealing with certain cycles, stagnation, connecting to certain mates, harmonious, you know, potential inmates, you know, and we can't find equally yoked situations because you're more invested in how you can receive some support instead of what value you have to give. Look at all the conversation going on in the internet, guys. High value man, high value woman, this woman, this, that, and the third, because this, that, and the third, she don't have no value. This man, this, that, and the third, he don't have this, so he don't have no value. Right? At the end of the day, that's another word for you're low value because you can't give this. Basically. So I'm not going to get too deep into what the woman has to give and the man have to give. We all up here with it, y'all. All right? We should be able to internalize these things on our own. All right? I believe everybody has the spiritual capacity to do that. But what type of mentality do you have about what you can give? Because I believe the man that holds themselves up as somebody that can be fruitful in every partnership or environment they participate in, and a man that's invested and intentional about, you know, bringing value into other people's lives and wherever he goes, and the woman that chooses to bring value into a man's life or anything that she participates in, that's going to reel you closer to the person that you're going to be equally yoked with or in equally yoked situations, because it's the yin and the yang, two givers, and God's going to make sure what your capacity to give and what this person's capacity to give is able to come right together, mesh right together. But when we too focus on how somebody got to give something to us, how far can that go? What potential is in that? Me being so focused on what this woman can give me in a relationship, what she can give me, without me considering or trying to, you know, compare what I can provide this woman, what value I can bring in, right? What value I can bring in. That's just, even if I end up dealing with a woman that wants to just put me on a pedestal in whatever type of shape or form, you know, somebody's going to end up feeling unfulfilled, whether it's me, realize I'm taking advantage of somebody and I got a doormat for a partner, for a girlfriend, for a wife, or, you know, eventually over time, she start feeling unfulfilled about the lack of reciprocation. So whether we're going to take this into how we give our value out in the world, people that's just invested about giving their value out into the world, you create these cycles, these waves, these frequencies, a lifestyle where God places you in environments where that value is needed, you know, and you're compensated for that. It's reciprocated. What we put out is what we receive. All right, guys? So I feel like I said a lot of things just in different, the same thing, just in a bunch of different ways. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to correlate that influence of Taurus, the second house, making money, and how we could all adapt that concept of throwing our value out into the world and understanding our values we're not supposed to be stewards of our value for this experience. We're supposed to throw that out. You're supposed to act like you don't want it. It's for sale. Who want my value? Who's hiring? Going once, going twice in this mug. Like a mug. All right? Get that value out into the universe. good brother, good sister. Y'all already know the vibes. I love y'all, man. Peace.